So we were in this car the other day. We were just about to do a SafeTime call, and you could tell my mind was elsewhere, right?
Yes, totally. I could tell your mind was elsewhere. I could tell there was something...
More than just elsewhere, you could tell.
Well, I could just tell there was something weighing heavy on you.
Yeah.
And normally, like, if I notice something like that, I'll let it go a couple days or whatever. But I was actually feeling heavy also. And,
well, because, like, we had just started doing, it's tax season.
Oh, yes, that's what we started right
and
before. Yeah.
We're in a place we've never really been before, in a really place of faith and fear.
Yeah.
Uncertainty. Nothing's really certain, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And you're doing the hard thing about, you're going through this questionnaire from the accountant, you're just hitting me with questions.
And I thought you were just trying to ignore it, or just like didn't care.
You're tagging me with questions like, hey, did we do this in 2019? Did we do that in 2019? And I'm getting, I don't.
You weren't.
I'm not in the mindset. I wasn't in the mindset to talk about it.
But I thought you were just not wanting to help. I thought you didn't care. Basically, I thought you didn't care.
Yeah.
About our taxes, and so
I can see why.
Yes.
I can see why you'd think that.
But I didn't realize it was because you were afraid, or that you were actually thinking it was like deeper than just like not wanting to help. You were actually afraid of our finances, basically, and what's going on with it, and it was. You were wanting to avoid it and not talk about it, is what I thought. You were just ignoring it, but
that was the deeper thing. But
I didn't know it at the time.
It was like, oh, you're being lazy and you don't want to work on this.
Yes.
And
I was kind of frustrated.
And I'm like,
okay,
no,
like,
I'm really scared of this. And
I'm
I don't
the one
want to
trying
look
to
at
do it. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, why aren't you helping? Yes, I can do it. I can figure it out. But I knew there was a few things that I didn't know, and I needed you to answer. And you were just like, I don't want to think about that right now. And, but so. It was, I didn't realize that's what was heavy on you, and I was just kind of feeling this heaviness, and, but as we were sitting in the car, I saw just this picture of us going before the Lord and bringing it to Him.
Mm-hmm.
And so, together, like in the moment. And so I looked at you, and I, like, this is something I normally don't do right away, but I was just like, I can tell there's something heavy on you because there's something heavy on me too.
Yeah.
And instead of pretending it's not there, or letting it cause division between us, let's unify and pray about this and take it before the Lord and hand it over to Him.
Yeah. And you used a phrase that I use a lot, that I love. And you used the phrase, hey, I'm on the same side of the table as you. Or you said something like, let's move to the same side of the table. Mm-hmm. And for me, I love that picture, because it's true. It's not me against you. And I think in our marriage we like to use this a lot, but it's like, no, how do we sit on the same side of the table and face a problem together? And then when you use that in that moment, when you told me that, I was like, oh, we are on a team, and you're trying to help, and I don't need to be in the place I'm at, so yes, I want to agree with what you're trying to do, and like, let's stop what we're doing. And we did. We prayed together here in this car right after a SafeTime call, because although SafeTime is going great from that perspective, from the amount of people that we're talking to, it's been a major blessing. It's very, the financial side of it hasn't caught up with the service and the amount of people that we are creating the space for. And so yeah, and in that moment I felt like I wasn't alone, and so, and I still don't feel like I'm alone, and I know myself, I don't want to face things that I don't like, that are hard or that are scary. It's easier to just, because there's a lot of lies. I just get attacked a lot concerning that right now.
But that's what it's so funny, like all year I've been praying that I would recognize God throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I'm thankful for that, but I am recognizing him throughout the day because literally he's my lifeline right now.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, that's what keeps me out of the swirl of lies. And fear is his voice right now, and me recognizing him throughout the day. Because when I start to hear one of those lies, I recognize him in the moment, reminding me of a promise, reminding me, you know, like, hey, he knows what's around the corner.
And what's cool, he's showed up in different random ways of providing that we didn't see coming.
Yeah.
And that are kind of been out of the blue. But anyway, it blessed me, and it really has changed the way. And now I'm actually encouraged, and I want to, like, we're going to set some time aside and we're going to tackle it together.
Yeah.
And there's no need to carry it alone.